Hello everyone. I have the honor of introducing to you Dr. Anirban Dev, rank 1 INICET November 2022. Awesome rank, and considering the value that the central institutes hold in the hearts of the medicos, it is, I think, the most brilliant rank that anybody can get. Rank 1 in the all the central institutes put together. Anirban, heartiest congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir.
And tell me, what was your reaction when you saw a single digit with no other digit with it?
So it was quite overwhelming and it was bizarre. I was just checking it twice. I asked my friends and my family again to recheck it. I just told them that I am sending you the pictures of my admit card and just check it. I cannot. I think it's a prank. This result is a prank or something like that. And so I was quite overwhelmed, and everybody was messaging me. Everybody, I was getting so many phone calls, and I suddenly became very timid of the whole experience. Like the whole earth was coming down on me. So yes, it was quite an experience yesterday.
And I think, nowadays with the prank, I remember nowadays students have a habit of, making a exam notification and sending it over. So, that is where, I think that thought comes into mind. Last year when the exams were getting postponed or not, like so many people were sharing those prank updates also, I think. But I think, Anirban, it is a grand performance, grand actually. So before I go into granular aspects of your preparation, I want to know from you, like which set you had appeared for, morning or evening?
I had appeared for the morning shift, sir.
Morning set. And how many questions did you attempt?
Sir, I had attempted around 186 or 187 questions at most.
Okay. And what was your take on the exam, like difficulty level? Was it easy, moderate, or difficult?
It was difficult, sir. It was quite difficult. I had given two exams before this, so the last INICET I thought it was one of the toughest considering the INICET papers. Like many, the recalls were also saying so, but this time the morning session was hands down very tough, and somehow I had the belief that if it is tough, then I do definitely stand a chance. But then again, I don't usually leave that many questions in a grand test that I had left this many. So I was quite a bit reluctant about what was going to happen because I had again seen that the second shift was quite easier. So I thought and how the normalization or standardization process would go. So I had stopped worrying about the results, and I just got away from my phone and not watch any recalls, and I just concentrated on being myself for after the exam.
And when I look at it from an outside perspective, what I've seen is the students who had given the second set felt that that was more tougher, and student who had given the first set felt it was more tougher. Probably they were almost at the equal level when I look at the rankers from both the sets. And I think they have done a good job by picking up same question, same topic, one question here, one question there. And it was even we were apprehensive about the fact that they are making two different sets, as because how would they standardize? But I think the paper was standardized. That is where, but it is a thin rope for future as well, actually. And
Yes,
Anirban,
sir.
now I want to know from you that any particular subjects you think were more represented in this year's INICET, like first year, second year subjects were more, or how did it compare with the May exam?
So compared to the May exam was a bit skewed, I feel, because they concentrated more on microbiology, new pharmacology, new drugs, and the monoclonal antibodies and genetics was asked like we were just some biotechnology experts. And so yes, I feel the May exam was a bit skewed, and those who just went with the conventional experience of just focusing more on paraclinical and clinical because preclinical many wouldn't think that they would ask so much because hardly they constitute 10% of the total questions, so many would not like to read those. And I was also a part of the crowd, so I felt that the paper was a bit skewed, but this time I think the paper was quite very equally distributed. They had given equal emphasis on every subject, and especially radiology, which was not asked in the previous exam. And it was asked, and the concepts were asked in radiology, and it was very good to see that medicine and radiology were being asked, and they had, even in surgery they were asking based on management and recent guidelines in ATLS in 10th edition, which they did not ask in the previous time. So it was very good to know that they had given a very equal paper this time. But then again, I myself did not read medicine, did not revise medicine at all. So I was very again ashamed that I did not study my dream branch, and I had went for the exam. So again, then I came to realize that it's just not about this. Just strategizing that these are the hot topics for INICET, and these are the important topics for NEET, and just expecting more of pre and paraclinical. You need to know a lot other subjects as well, and in quite a much of depth. But even the approach of studying pre and paraclinical is very important, I feel, even if the paper is equally distributed, because people usually study more in final year rather than in other subjects.
I think what is required now is that students should remember that we are not gambling here. They should not gamble on the day of the exam कि यही पूछेंगे ये नहीं पूछेंगे. We need to be
Exactly.
like at least high yield topics of every subject we should be thorough with. I think that should be the strategy. And Anirban, you have been a DAMS Foundation student, and you have also appeared for our recent INICET mock test as well. And you've been you've been part of the revision program DVT as well. How was your experience with the different zones that DAMS has?
Sir, in foundation course, I had attended the satellite course from my center in DAMS Pondicherry. So the experience was very good. I myself was not that dedicated in third year, so I did not. It was not a very good phase for me, but definitely I had liked some subjects, and I had made full notes of that, and that definitely did help me a lot in my final year exam preparations, and as well to a certain extent in my entrance exams, because uh, after in foundation year I had made sure that I had to get my third year subjects notes totally. So in that, the foundation course did help me, and with the short subjects as well. And so I felt that the foundation course was very useful in just in setting the foundation for final year and for third and fourth year. And because a certain in certain subjects there was time crunch, and so a lot of topics could not be completed. But then again, when I had appeared for a few mock tests in the during that year, the mock tests also were very useful to analyze the fact that there are certain topics that might not be touched in regular classes, because we have to make crisp notes at some point of time. And but there are certain also previous year topics which have been asked, and we need to know that in great detail. And then the mock test did help me in analyzing those facts at that point of time. And the DVT was actually very useful. I had attended the medicine parts, mostly the cardiovascular and neurological integration part, and it was very good to see every pathology, physiology, pharmacology, and then medicine. Then again with surgery, they are coming across and just putting their inputs, and to get a holistic, because every clinical condition, that is, it cannot go without your basics foundation. So there again, DVT and extent which I had seen DVT, I was very impressed with the way they were integrating. The DVT was integrating, and it was a kind of marathon. So previously I never sat for this many time, even for for full 1 week. At least I gave 3 days to that, and I never thought that I would sit 3 days and see from a single source. So then again, the confidence came that maybe from internship, or if I give a break to myself, then maybe I will be able to make it. So then and everything should be in an integrated manner. So then again, that integration part, which is so important these days, is and that concepts came to me. And the INICET mock test, every platform has its mock test, and but this time I attended the DAMS INICET mock test, and it was very equally balanced. There were like a whole some quarter paper which was devoted to previous year questions, which were actually coming from 2K16 or 2K17 papers, which this did happen this time, that they had asked way before they had asked from 2014 paper also. So then again, this comes the importance of previous year questions, which 1 week before the test was there, and I thought that yes, maybe I need to give some 6 to 7 hours to myself to go through the PYQs which are difficult, and then refresh my concepts in those topics. So it did help me in analyzing that I did get some previous year questions wrong. So I thought that I need to go back again and look at the PYQs, because that's a point where I cannot miss. The cream cannot miss. So I thought that I should go and revise them, and then and I got a rank of three in that mock test, and somehow I felt that I had that in me to get into the top 30, and so that was a very booster for me. The previous GTs were not that great, and but somehow this GT I felt that it was more close to the exam, and the paper was more it was again equally spaced. I will not say that it was again screwed like the May INICET paper. This time it was again equally spaced. Every, like, the clinical subjects were given very due importance, which I like it in every paper, and so that definitely did help me in boosting my confidence just a week before the exam, and also read the topics which I was still weak at.
Were you happy with the prediction that we did? I'm unfortunately you missed out on the CBT, but the CBT also was on the similar pattern, and a lot of students came back and said that DAMS, CBT, and mock were more in tune with the real exam. And I also, Anirban, I wanted to know from you that during this phase, although you're a rank one, and I'm sure people would assume that you would always be on a like higher side, but were there any lows in your journey, and if yes, then how did you manage?
Sir, it's a very roller. It was a very roller coaster experience for me, and I definitely don't, and I don't like being in the limelight at times. But yes, there are. I now think that there are certain times when I should experience the high, because I am a person who likes to be in the lows and learn from them, and then again fare well ahead. But now I feel that I should experience those highs, and I should again get back to the ground, and think of that. The lows in my preparation phase was, I was first of all very double-minded that whether I should leave my NEET rank and seat and go for the INICET exam, or because my dream college was getting into a Delhi Medical College, and because and just crack NEET. So I got a rank of 168. I was getting the top colleges in most cities other than Delhi. So I was my family was very happy. My friends also were. Some of them told me I deserve better, and some of them told just go and grab the seat you are getting in your dream branch. So I was very double-minded at that point of time. But due to the delay in NEET counseling, I was like, I cannot rely on NEET, and I need to start giving my best to the upcoming exam. So yes, I had started studying, but then again, when the NEET counseling came, somehow many doctors and many relatives also came and told me that I should take up the seat, and the and I made a decision that I would take the seat, and but then again I felt that I had read this 3 to 4 months, and gathered notes, completed my notes, and made a 20th notebook where I noted all the topics. Then there was again a kind of hesitancy, and I went there to the college I had joined, and but somehow I did not like it. Somehow it was a kind of calling, or the nudge which you have talked about in your book. So it was not the calling for me. It was, I did not like the hostel life or the kind of department that was there. Even in despite the fact that I had loved the infrastructure, the number of patients, the number of exposure. So it somehow was a very difficult decision for me, and only 25 days were left to just uh, to go and give my best. So I was kind of apprehensive, but I had the thing in mind that there is no other way. I have this 25 days and I have to give my best, because I have not given my best in this 3 to 4 months. I know that, but now is the time that I have to give my best, because I have 5 years of foundation behind me. And so if anyone can do it and get a good rank and good college first of all, and then it would be me. It would be nobody else. And then again, with my support of my friends and family, and yes, I am here. So it's overwhelming, but and there is a long path ahead. But yes, this is at this point, I definitely do feel that it was destined to be.
And Anirban, you are a avid quizzer as well. I remember we met in the DAMS Grey Matter quiz as well. Uh, how was that experience?
So that experience, it was quite a uh, fan moment for me. Like you, because I had seen your quizzes, Grey Matter quizzes, and I had again like. Like I thought of I should go into like a Grey Matter quiz. It would be very good in meeting Sethi, Dr. Sumer Sethi as a quizzer, as a quiz master. So that experience was very good. And even I had another quiz in one of the college conferences in MedMeet. Also, you were the quiz master. So it was again kind of a very and I'm a very avid quizzer. So you were probably the one of the best quiz masters I had come across. So the both of the quizzes were very difficult, were very different from each other. One was very clinically based, and many radiological images were, and the other was totally in a very fun mode and quiz mode, where you have to connect from random clues, and then it was very funny. And again, in the last few buzzer round, it was a lot of slurry of questions, images were asked, where you had to be on the adrenaline rush. And so it was felt that I I myself as a quizzer have to upgrade a lot in just competing, because the level of competition is so high. So yes, it definitely helps you to go to the think yourself in the top, and just and be in the race. So the quizzes were a bit totally different and from each other, and but there was one common factor in the quizmaster in you.
Do you also know that now we have now a record of, I think, last 10 years or probably a little bit more, where every year anybody who reaches the final of the Grey Matter ends up being the rank one in the INICET, and you have made that record 1 year ahead. You have added one more year to it. We are
Thank you
really
so
proud
much.
of you, Bachchan. And I think you will become a very, very great doctor. Any thoughts on which branch do you want to pursue?
So I want to take MD medicine.
Yes. And any thoughts on like which place would you go for? Will you go for JIPMER or PGI or AIIMS, or you still thinking?
So I'm still thinking, but considering a lot of facts, and I will consider AIIMS or PGI first. But then again, based on personal bias, I feel the JIPMER department is also quite good. But again, there are a lot of factors ahead of just the college or the department there. There are the language issues, the campus life, the hostel life. So I'll definitely consider everything, yeah, before just going for the counseling. I'll definitely, it will be a very busy
Definitely,
phase
you
also.
should consider it is going to be your decision. You are rank one. All the choices are with you. You have to take a call now where you want to go or not. And that is the beauty of getting a single digit rank. Everything is open to you. And Anirban, I also want to know from you now, like my question is, any particular teachers that you remember from your foundation course who, made an impact or, touched some, you had some eureka moments in the classes?
Sir, I remembered Dr. Tushar Mehta's clinics classes. One village girl will come, and then he'll come with not moving his leg and crying. Mother is telling. Then sir will tell, doctor will start flirting with her, and so and then we are coming back again. No, no, this is an emergency. Doctor cannot do this. Doctor will be so now you have to treat this patient within 6 to 8 hours. So that septic arthritis part, and thinking in that instant that I have to treat this patient. So those moments, catchy moments, did definitely make a point, and I definitely admire Tushar sir a lot. and in medicine also, Arvind sir's clinical examination classes were very good. I definitely also definitely did help me a lot in my final year clinical examination part also, because I had read those notes along with the standard practical books, and it was quite crisp, and I could complete it within 15 to 20 minutes before the exam. So these are the two teachers who definitely touched me.
And any thoughts on now when you have everything at hand, the branch, college, any long term dream you are harboring in your heart that you want to pursue later, like you want to become MD medicine from one of the top institutes? You said this, you already reached there. So if you say more, you can reach there also. Anything else you want to achieve in life thereafter?
Yes, sir. Like my whole purpose in life is to like become a very good doctor and just and become one of the best in my state. I want to do something for the my state as a whole, but then again, I have to be a very good. I have to get my hands on becoming an administrator, and also, and I definitely think of doing something big for the healthcare here and for. The city, and also I definitely have a certain purpose, but I have not yet chalked out it yet, and I definitely do not want to go by the conventional standards, and I definitely do want to make a touch in the bigger aspect as well. So this is just a very small stepping stone for me.
Definitely, I think it is a small stepping stone for you, and this will act as a launch pad for a grand career, as well as a moment where you will touch more lives. And on this note, Anirban, I once again wish you all the best. Any final words of inspiration for the future aspirants from your side?
I would like to address to all my juniors and whoever who have not got their dream colleges or dream branches or have not fared well in the exam. I would definitely say that you have a lot. Even if you have 1 month, you have a lot of time. You have a lot of time. Your preparation will never be 100% perfect. So you have to give your best. The last 2 months definitely matter a lot in gaining in giving you a push, so you can chill at the same time. You can do your notes at but you have to be consistent. There is no spurts of preparation that will happen. You have to be consistent with your preparation, even if it's 6 hours per day, and you are working also. If you give 4 hours, and that will be very important. And for all the juniors that are there, I would tell that just concentrate on your foundation knowledge. Just concentrate on your clinical postings, because that is the part that made this course lively for me. Interacting with patients, knowing about cases, knowing how each different patient and how each difficult scenario is, and attending internship like postings, and taking it as a chance to learn one subject for the final time. You will not get this chance after you get into your the branch you will study for the rest of the life. So this is your chance to know this whole sea of medicine, chart it through 1 year. You won't get this time back. So just concentrate on the clinical experience, and and definitely you won't be that overworked that you won't get some time to start uh, preparing for your entrance. You definitely will get time to strategize your view. Even if you uh, take some chill point of time, you will definitely get some time to retrospect on your strategies, your MCQs, and developing a purpose in life. It's just not the entrance, and this purpose in life will definitely help you in getting your branch, and definitely will push you forward in getting through it. So having a purpose in life, having a mindset that there is a bigger thing ahead, bigger uh, life ahead of me, and this is just a small stepping stone, that I will just have a 100-meter sprint. So you will definitely give your best in this 100-meter sprint. There is no going back, and even if you don't make it, there is another race that is lying, and this 6 months or 1 year is nothing compared to the 30 or 40 years which is coming in front of you. So definitely this is never the end. And for me, and I have suffered from mental health issues, and I definitely know that being in a low is the worst thing, and I can assure you there will be two or three, even there will be one or two people and your parents who would finally understand you and definitely will stand by you and definitely will have belief in your preparation more than you have done it. So just have that faith in yourself, have that faith in yourself and go give your best. There is nothing to lose at all. There is nothing to lose. You are a doctor right now, and definitely there are you have a lifetime to learn till your last breath. There is no stopping in our field. So if you think of stopping in our field, you are stopping yourself at this point right now. So it is an uncharted sea, and you should love that journey and not that destination. You should love this journey. That's what I want to
Thank you,
say.
Anirban. I think those are the golden words. It is about the journey, not about the destination. And I'll just add a few lines about it because I think very, very important point Anirban has brought up. Take care of your health, not just physical, also mental health. Like Dr. Anirban has correctly pointed out, it is about the balance in life. Also, I also want you to know that the future aspirants, now Anirban, I think it is important for you also to know the future aspirants now will have a next exam. After this NEETPG, they will have next exam that will happen at the end of final year. So they will have that internship to get the clinical knowledge and experience the patients at more ease because the exam will happen before internship. And
Yes,
the
sir. That's the
third
boon,
thing,
I think.
that is, I think that is the vision that the government also has. And the third thing I want to tell all the listeners, like Dr. Anirban has said, do not tie your self esteem to a outcome of exam. है ना, अच्छा या बुरा या कोई बात नहीं, लेकिन उससे अपनी एस्टीम को नहीं जोड़ेंगे. एक एग्जाम है, अगली बार फिर आ जाएगा. बट डोंट लाइक, मतलब कभी कभी आई सी पीपल आफ्टर दे डोंट डू वेल इन एग्जाम, दे थिंक आई एम नॉट गुड इनफ. इट इज नॉट सो. डोंट टाई योर सेल्फ टू द आउटकम. आउटकम आपके जर्नी को नहीं डिफाइन करेगी. आई थिंक Anirban is a well balanced man. I am sure we will hear more about him in future also. उसका जो आखिरी लाइन है मुझे लगता है बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट है. It is about the
Journey.
Anirban journey,
It's about
not
the
the
journey and not the destination.
not the destination. Beautiful line. I think that summarizes the entire effort that he has done on behalf of the entire DAMS team, DAMS Pondicherry team. All of us together, we are wishing you all the best for your future endeavors. God bless you. Positive always, and keep rocking, beta.
Thank you,
Keep
sir.
rocking.
Thank you so much, sir.
Bye, beta.
Bye bye.